Hello, my name is Olly Matthews, and this is my 2021 Getting in Shape series. Got to come up with a catchier title than that. But yes, I've decided that every year I make a series of wild promises and commitments, particularly around the area of my health and fitness, that normally involve me saying to the world that I'm going to set new personal bests all over the place. And sometimes it happens. A lot of the time it doesn't. But this year is different. It's 2021. It is the 4th of January 2021. And for those of you who have been living under a rock, the last year has been pretty rough. Lots of COVID-y stuff going on. So this year, I'm going to try and take control of all aspects of my life a little bit more. And one of those areas is my physical fitness. So I am going to keep a vlog journal, whatever it is, and track how I do in this mission. There's a few reasons why I'm doing this. One is because I'm trying to create more of my own content. I want a career that's somehow to do with creating content, stuff like that. So I've got a few side hustles going on at the moment around that area, and I thought this would be another way to try that out and practice a few things. Also because this kind of thing motivates me. Hopefully will motivate me to keep on going with the actual important bit, which is the training and the fitness and the healthy eating and things like that. So if this is a little trick to keep me going, keep my motivation going, then great. Also, I've got a new toy, got this Blue Yeti beast for Christmas from my lovely partner, and so I wanted to have a play with that, basically. So January the 4th, and I've actually just come back from my first run, which I will flick up on the screen now. So it's just a little 5k around the local area. I live out in Hertfordshire, in sort of southeast England. It's just sort of northwest of London. Lovely little countryside town. Loads of nice areas to go running. At the moment, it's quite wet and cold outside, but dry, so that's kind of fine. Just way down the foot. And I went out for a 5k jog. So that's kind of my standard. I'm going out for a quick run, do 5k. And I did it in just over 25 minutes, which isn't too bad. My training hasn't been great for about 4 months now, 5 months maybe. 4 months, about 4 months. It's about Septemberish. And it hasn't been that good. So actually, I'm kind of okay with putting in that time. The key now is that I recover well and I kind of keep up the momentum. But I have set myself a series of challenges, a series of personal bests to try and achieve. Number one is to run my fastest ever 5k. Which would mean running 5k in under 19 minutes 57 seconds. Now that would be quite an achievement for a few reasons. One, it's actually a pretty decent time. I think running 5k sub 20 minutes at any time in your life is a pretty good achievement. I'm 41, so being able to do it at 41, I'd be pretty chuffed with that. I also think that when I set that 19 minutes 57 seconds challenge, I was living in Fulham. I was probably about 27, 28, maybe 28. And it was at a gym on a treadmill in the nice warm weather. So I don't know if that really counts as a proper personal best anyway. But this is going to be my 2021 5k challenge is that I'm going to run outside 5 kilometres in under 19:57. Back in April, May 2020, so about 8 months ago, I did manage to get down to about 23 and a half minutes after a few good weeks of training. That was pretty impressive. I don't really know how I can get much quicker, to be fair. So I've got to properly put in some effort. But that's the first one, 5k in under 19:57, which will be a new PB. Next one, 10k. Now I don't really know my best 10k ever. I could probably look up, my current 10k PB on Strava, but that's only got my Strava recordings for the last few years. But I'm going to say anything under 42 minutes. If I can do 10k in under 42 minutes, I'd be very happy with that. So that's the next one. I can't really remember what my last sort of decent 10k time is. I think I can probably do it in about 50-ish 50-ish minutes, something like that. I mean, the courses I tend to run around here when I'm doing 10k are quite hilly. I think I did try and do a flat one a while ago. I'll have a look it up. I'll flash it up on the screen, what my best 10k is recently. But I'm going to try and get to 42, sub 42, because that feels like a good quick 10k. That'd be, averaging 21 minute splits for the 5k. So that'd be good. That's faster than I can do 5k now. Actually, maybe this is a bad idea. Anyway, so 1957 for the 5k, sub 42 for the 10k. I want to do a half marathon in under an hour and 45. So my fastest half marathon is about 1 hour 57, I think. So I want to knock off some time off that and do it under 1 hour 45. And then marathon, I want to do a marathon in under 4 hours. I think my fastest ever marathon, 4 hours 40, I think. I've done 3 in my life. One was over 5 hours, one was 4 hours 45, and I think the other was 4 hours 40 or 30, something like that. But sub 4 hours. I want to do a sub 4 hour marathon at some point this year. It doesn't have to be an official race. I quite like the official races. I kind of like all the get up, and I like getting free stash at the end of it and all that kind of feeling. And my daughter is still young enough so that if you come home with a medal, she thinks you've won the race. So it's great doing those official ones. But actually, just as long as I run a marathon, although actually coming to think of that, those kind of distances, you need a fair bit of support. And those properly organised ones have all the drink stations and all that kind of stuff. So maybe I'll do an official one. Anyway, we'll see. So those are the running goals. Now, in general, I'm not playing much other kind of sport at the moment. Like, love sport, love playing squash, cricket, rugby, all those kind of things. But there's not much going on at the moment, partly because it's winter, and so some of the sports are out, like cricket, but also because it's COVID time, so not actually much no organised leagues are going on. I'm not going to play properly. I'm not going to train for rugby and join a club and things like that. So that's not going to happen. I might play a bit of tennis, squash with some mates and things like that, but probably not that much. So I'm not going to commit to that as a proper goal. If it happens, great, love it. But I'm not going to sort of set myself up as a target for that kind of stuff. But the one I am going to set myself up a target for is the weight. So I've always been sturdy, but I want to drop some weight. So I want to get down to just anything under 80 kilos, basically. So I am about tall. I am 5'9". I don't know what my BMI should be then, actually, to be in a healthy thing. But I know at the moment I think I'm unhealthy. So I think if I got to sub 80 kilos, then I'd be fine. I'd also be quicker because there's less of my arse to drag around the countryside, and I'd probably just feel a bit better too. So that's the plan. 5k sub 1957, 10k sub 42, half marathon sub 1 hour 45, and the big one, the marathon, sub 4 hours, and weight under 80 kilos. I don't know how much I weigh. I should really weigh myself before this. This is a bit of an impromptu thing. I've just suddenly decided to do this. So we'll see how we go. I will put in, at the end, maybe I'll put in my current best times and weight and what I'm aiming for, so we can see the sort of the gaps that I need to bridge. How I'm going to do it, I don't really know yet. I mean, obviously, exercise and eating healthy, but I'll probably have a bit more of a think about that and set up a proper video on how I'm going to do it. But for now, those are my promises to everybody, whoever's listening, and I will share my progress. Thanks a lot. Thanks for listening. See you next time.